Jack, you're here.
I'm here.
You are
9
here.
seasons.
Only took 9 seasons. We also, we have you on as one of our stretch goals for Extra Life.
That's right. Yeah, that was. You like Mariel had asked me like, hey, would you be willing to do the show if we had a stretch goal? Yeah, sure. And then I ended up having to leave during your segment. I came back and I was like, oh, you guys crushed everything. So I guess I'm doing the show. So.
Yeah, we were like, we did it, Jack.
Yeah.
Jack.
I think Katie was actually getting a tattoo, so I was with her
Oh my God.
while she was doing it.
Right.
So yeah.
That was it.
Man.
It's a cool day.
Oh,
lot of
man.
fun, man.
Very
Oh,
cool
man.
day.
Fun fact.
Fun
So
fact.
we did the Always Open segment, and I got a little toasty, and then immediately went and signed up for a tattoo.
Oh, nice.
But you didn't get one.
No, because I came back when I was sober, and I was like, why did I do that? My girlfriend was with me, and I was just like, do you want to get tattoos? And she was like, yeah. I mean, she has tons of tattoos, so she's like, yeah, I don't care. Like, I'll get another tattoo, especially if it's free. We'll just tip them really well.
Yeah.
And like, we finished the segment, and I was like, let's go sign up. So we signed up, and then she took me to Shake Shack to go eat, and then I took a nap and came back, and then she was like, oh, look, our names are like closer up to the top, like we're almost there. And I was like, take me off of that immediately. like, what was I thinking? Like, what was I thinking? Not that, I mean, I have tattoos. It's not, I was just like, that was very much a very drunk Mariel being
Impulsive.
like, give me a tattoo right now.
I was very concerned for that whole situation because those tattoo artists were here literally the entire
my
24
gosh,
hours.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
They were
kicked
tattooing,
ass.
I think, for 25 hours. Because even, so it's Kappa Tattoo, which shout out to those guys. They're
Yeah.
awesome.
They're so nice, too.
They showed up the day before. I didn't know. I thought they were coming the day of. They showed up the day before to set up, which was awesome. They got here at 8 a.m. and started tattooing, and they went until about 9 a.m. the next morning. Because the last tattoo that he did, Josh, as one of the artists, he tattooed himself.
Oh, wow.
Because they were streaming on their channel during the stream, and he had his own personal goals on Twitch, where if he got like 10,000 followers and then like 100 subs, he would get tattoos, and he hit both of those during Extra Life. And so he's like, yeah, so he tattooed himself to finish the stream, and that was his last tattoos he gave.
So,
man.
how do we get connected with these guys?
I had been wanting to do a tattoo thing during Extra Life for a while, and last year, 2 weeks before Extra Life happened, I was at TwitchCon in San Jose, and I was like, I'm looking for this tattoo thing. I walked into like the exhibitor hall, and like the first booth I hit was them, and I was like,
Wow.
there's like literally like streaming tattoos, and I'm like, this is perfect. Like, this is exactly what I needed.
Did they give you a new block?
No, not so. I got this block last year, the blue block last year. I got one on my arm. I don't know if I can get to it here, but it's
With this nice
too
shirt.
tight, but
Yeah.
I know.
but yeah, and so like it was funny because he was like tattooing a guy, and the guy looked up. He's like, "Oh, Jack, I'm a big fan." He was like tattooing the back of this guy's leg, which immediately lended like credibility to who I was. I'm like, okay, that's good. And so
Yeah.
he's like, "Yeah, let's talk." And then like within a week, they're like, "Yeah," and I flew him down from Minnesota, is where they're from.
Yep.
Amazing.
And so this year they drove down, so they brought all their stuff with them.
They drove
Wow.
from Minnesota?
Yeah, they had a van and they drove down.
Man, shout out to those guys.
Yeah.
Actual
They're
angels.
very, very
Yeah.
Yeah,
awesome.
if you're in Minnesota, go check out Kappa Tattoo.
Kappa Tattoo.
Kappa?
Yep.
Kappa.
And so they're on
Kappa.
Twitch, twitch.tv/Kappa Tattoo.
Kappa.
So and the artist, like Josh, is amazing. His work is beautiful.
Yeah.
I know. I kind of regret not getting something.
Well,
So they'll be back next year, and they might come to RTX too. So
Ooh.
yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I saw when I was looking at his flash, and he had a sword, and I was like, I'm gonna get the sword. I'm gonna get it right here by my rosemary, and I'm gonna do it. And I came back, and I was like, yeah, I don't need to do
if you don't get a sword tattoo, all is lost.
Probably, I want to get. I thought about because I have like my rosemary here just because I love to cook and I love to cook with rosemary, and I've joked about getting like a head of garlic here and then like a steak here.
You just covered it.
Yeah, and just like a
Ingredients
potato
and-
here,
yeah.
just like all my favorite things to
Do you
eat.
have tattoos, Hannah?
I do not. I am very afraid of that.
Are you afraid of tattoos or needles?
Of needles.
Okay.
Tattoos, not so much afraid as I know that I am a very, well, I know that I'm the kind of person that if I got one tattoo, I would have a full sleeve. Like it would I would go
Really?
from 0 to 100, no
do, you,
question.
do you have any tattoos?
Yeah.
I have the one Jeff gave me on my arm.
Okay.
I know,
but
I like that
I
tattoo.
want to get some more stuff.
See, that's the thing. It's
Yeah.
like you break the skin, and then it's like, all right, I'm tainted now, so whatever.
Yeah.
Let's get it
I also
done.
technically, I guess they're not permanent tattoos, but I have my eyebrows tattoos on,
Ah.
tattooed on, microblading.
Microblading.
Texas
go.
did them.
Of course he
Nice.
did. Yeah.
It's great not having to fill in your eyebrows when you wake up. You know?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I know when I wake up, I'm
Jack
like,
gets
oh God, I got 20 minutes. Shower eyebrows.
My problem with tattoos, though, is that I am very indecisive. And like, I'll think like, oh, I want this, I like this, I would love it in this spot. And I'm like, but would it look better in that spot?
Yeah.
But like, if I wear this, will it look good over there? What if I get this? And like literally, that goes through my head every time I think about getting a neck.
My first tattoo, I didn't get till I was like 32.
Yeah, it was.
And it was because, and then I'd been
into
thinking
it.
about it for like 5 years. I was
Yeah.
like, it'd be kind of cool because I had the Tetris blocks on the arm there, and the idea was like every major life event get a new block.
Which
and
one?
So,
I want to know which one's which.
all right, yeah. So we can run through it. I don't even see that. There's the angle. There you go. So it's
coming in
so
close.
the green S right here. Here we go. We're getting a close-up shot. The green S right there. That was the first one I got. That was in the Gold Coast in Australia. That was Katie and I officially being together.
Oh.
And so that was my first one. And then the T block there was Las Vegas, and that was Katie and I getting married.
Oh.
And
All
then,
of them are just gonna be.
Aaron's gonna cry.
And then I think after that I got the orange one here. I got that in Taiwan. That was for my nephew Blaze.
Oh,
Then I got, what was after? I think after that was my square block, which I got in England. That was for my cat Uday, who passed away.
Oh.
And so this was like basically like the week after he passed away.
And it's kind of his color.
Yeah,
right?
it's literally his color. It's crazy story behind that. The artist literally like I showed him a photo. I'm like, this is for my cat. And he goes, I got this color today, and it was like perfect.
Wow.
And then I got this one in New Zealand. That's for my nephew Silas. So these are my two nephews, the L blocks. And then this is my cat Kusei, who passed away. That was Uday's sister, and so she was horribly unphotogenic. So I love this version of it. So it's really not photogenic as well. And so that's her. Same artist did
I
both
love
the
it.
cats.
I
So
love
that's also
that.
London. And then this one I got last year during Extra Life. This is for raising $1 million for Extra
Amazing.
Life.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah,
That's
that's
awesome.
incredible.
Very
so
cool.
those are my block pieces. They're all different, and they're all
Yeah.
different artists,
They have
except for
such-
the two squares.
Such meaning too.
Yeah.
It's so nice. You kind of look down and you get your life.
Well, they're
laid
also
out.
they're not offensive either. It's like you see some tattoos where it's like naked lady, and it's like, oh, okay, that's weird. But it's like it's Tetris. Everyone knows.
It also like I love tattoos like that are so simple but have such a heavy meaning with
Yeah.
them that like once you explain it, it's so cool. But it's also just
Yeah.
looks like a cool tattoo.
And so, and the idea was eventually get the line piece when Katie and I had a kid, but now it's like, I don't know about that. So,
You have one, Fiona.
Yeah.
there you go. That's true. I do have a child.
When you officially adopt Fiona,
23-year-old child.
get your
It's
line.
great because you don't really have to be responsible for her anymore.
That's true. That's
You
true.
can have all the fun parts of being a parent.
Until she calls me from jail and was like,
God.
Jack,
Dad.
bail money.